So this time we've got a little bit more of more of my kind of thing. It's one of these. On here they say that it's called a White Lotus. It's a blooming jasmine and green tea. So what happens with this is you'll drop it in hot water, as we have here, and it'll slowly unwind and it'll slowly open like a flower, which are very pretty. I mean, there's some online. I'll drop this in for now, and we'll see what will happen. But there's some online that are shaped like goldfish, or there's some jellyfishes and.
The goldfish ones like in a little tea bag.
It's in a tea bag. Yeah, some of them are in the tea bag things, but a lot of them I think are blossoms and flavours.
Yeah, so it's just jasmine green tea. It's no other flavours.
No. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be themed after, but as we're doing this, we may as well talk a little bit more about. Have you got any favourite animes?
I know this much that we haven't tried it yet, but it's upcoming soon. If I remember correctly, it's called Liquid Despair, and it's based off Berserk. Definitely one of my more favoured, like, dark anime. Definitely quite enjoyable, but the problem with it is that the animes are questionable sometimes in their construction, because the mangas, if I remember correctly, I don't want people shouting, "Oh, it's a light novel" at me. Like, I don't care.
It is quite violent. It's not for children.
Oh no, it's not. It's definitely
it's strictly an adult.
Yeah, it's a very mature themed like story.
We talk about adult situations.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could pick like a favourite one. It's okay. One of the ones I've watched most recently is that The Promised Neverlands, which I thought was really good and a bit of a twist.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. I think they're doing a second season soon. I think the actual graphic novels, I think they're finishing soon.
Yeah.
And when I watched it, I actually got you into it, didn't I? And
yeah, I'd say it was.
It gets your brain thinking, but that again it has actually got adult themes in it. Even though it's based on children in an orphanage, it's full of intrigue and not too.
Like I say, watching it the second time was stuff you notice and pick up on that you didn't the first time.
Exactly.
But like I say, yeah, it was really good, something different.
Yeah, and the thing I actually think is absolutely fantastic, which they carried on with the graphic novels and such, is the framing. The framing is perfect.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll see them talking, and it'll be from the perspective behind a window, like as if someone's watching them.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like it brings that level of like artistry, kind of like how a director would direct a camera to like certain parts of the scene, and I do really like that effect because it's very cute. I do enjoy that.
I'm quite like similar to you.
Move it
You can
over.
move that over a little. It's
seems
starting
to
to come
be-
apart just a little bit.
Yep, it does seem to
It's
be.
starting to open now on this side.
You can see it
Mm.
underneath.
It's hard to see it from my angle because the what.
Me, I mean,
If I stood up though, I could
yeah.
leer over it.
And me personally, when it comes to animes, animation, it's really what I grew up with.
Same. Of course, we had a detoxing tea that was Dragon Ball Z theme.
Which it's fantastic. Sorry.
Yeah. Which Dragon Ball Z is definitely like a stepping stone that a lot of fans of my generation ended up, pole vaulting off into like all these other glorious animes. But some people didn't. Some people like decided like, well, Dragon Ball's cool, but Dragon Ball Z is cool, but I don't want to check out any other animes because you know Goku's the man. Everyone loves Goku, but no one talks about how great. I mean, people do, but no one talks about how great Piccolo is. Piccolo is like the best character as far as I'm concerned. He starts off as like this villain in Dragon Ball. He ends up becoming a good guy. He ends up becoming basically Gohan's dad.
Well, technically, I'm sorry to say this, but it's actually not. I mean, he was the villain eventually, but technically, the main villain would have been King Piccolo, and then when they came back in the series, it was Piccolo because he had to get revenge on his father.
Well, yeah, because they battle in the tournament, where he's like, "Aha, Goku, I'm here to destroy you," basically, and he's just like real over the top, proper like villain, like, "Aha, once I destroy you, I'll do something and conquer the world," because he wasn't even quite sure why he wanted to do it. The only thing he knew is that his dad basically, before projectiling him out into an egg, kind of stored all of like King Piccolo's essence apparently into the egg, and that's why he was like he hates Goku and everything like that. But that's what I find so great about like the start of Dragon Ball Z, where Goku just straight up dies. He gets killed by Piccolo. He's just dead. Special.
No one might not have watched it.
I don't care.
And after this, you know.
It's true.
So, what would you say? Who would you say is your favourite character?
I mean, Dragon Ball Z.
No, out of anime.
Okay. If it isn't obvious, we're still talking about Dragon Ball Z character. Straight up, Piccolo. He's the man. Love Piccolo.
So on overall of a lot of anime, not all of them, but a lot of them.
No, my favourite character. It's not quite anime, but they did an anime version, so I'm allowed to say Batman.
Yeah, the
Batman Ninja.
Yeah, the Ninja Batman.
So technically, it's an anime, so I'm allowed to say Batman.
And also with Iron Man, I can technically put Iron Man down because I'm pretty sure there was an Iron Man anime as well.
Should we give that a little bit of a stir?
Let's give it a little bit. It does look like
it is slowly opening, but I don't think it opens as like the others have.
I don't know if it would work better to pour the water on it rather than drop it in.
It holds a lot of oxygen within the leaves.
Yeah, but I just thought like the pressure of the water hitting it might help it a bit.
But it also might burn the leaves though as well.
Yeah.
Like, no one wants that because burn leaves in tea.
Anyway,
technically, you need to boil them.
my favourite one would be Ryoko from Tenchi.
Yeah.
If you remember Tenchi, because she's a space pirate basically, and she's just cool. She's awesome. She's got a Ryuoki, which is a little rabbit thing
which then
turns into a spaceship.
Which then later on becomes a little girl as well as a spaceship, if I remember correctly.
Exactly, and I just love Tenchi. It's brilliant. So if I had to choose one, it'd have to be Ryoko.
One thing I always like to say with anime is, like when I was going into like Studio Ghibli and stuff like that, you watch them, and then you find out there was Med years ago.
Yeah.
But the animation and the way it's done, so well done, you think it's a new thing. It's like something new. But it's not.
Now, if we go into Studio Ghibli territory, that is a completely different machine altogether. I know it's... me personally, I think it's completely different because it's... I'm sorry to everyone, but it's kind of become more of a commercial thing, kind of like Disney, but it's still kept that magic, if you know what I mean. It's more of a mystical, other lands kind of fantasy type thing, other than like a Disney type thing.
Well, unlike Disney, like I'm pretty sure I don't know about any kind of. I haven't watched a Studio Ghibli film in a while, like any new ones. The last I watched like Spirited Away. Like everyone's probably watching Spirited Away at this point. but
It's won awards.
yeah, definitely it's won awards. But the thing is, I think they still do the hand-drawn style, I think, at the very least.
They have kept like the
Unlike
same style.
Disney.
Well, I mean, like,
Yeah.
like say, we Spirited Away and some of the other ones they did.
Mm.
They was done like in early 90s. Might be wrong with Spirited Away, but some of the others are. But I always assumed there was like recent newer stuff, like early 2000s.
Mm.
But some of them are longer than that.
True. I can't remember which studio did this one film that I found very impactful, which was an animation, because it was covering the war that was going on, and it's called Grave of the Fireflies.
Oh, that
That's
really
Studio
hits
Ghibli.
me.
It's Studio Ghibli's.
Yeah.
I thought it was, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
But I felt like that one very impactful because that one is just pure. It's just.
It's a tearjerker.
Yeah, it's
Very
pure
much.
liquid depression.
Yeah, it's a very a bit of a tearjerker of a film.
It's just hits you when it hits you, man. Like, you know what?
The old films like the starting scene for Up.
Yeah. Oh no. That speaking of which, yes, up, yes. Up.
Well, okay, technically anime, but like the starting bit for that, it was just like, yeah, that hits you where it hurts.
Mm.
You know, it's quite heartbreaking and.
Yeah, because like when you first see it, I didn't actually expect like the like this like kind of montage at the beginning of like it's Carl, isn't it? Is it Carl? I can't remember the
I
character's
can't
name.
remember the character.
Yeah, I can't quite remember.
It begins at the end. Which
Yeah, but it begins at the end for his like kind of adventures as like as a person,
Yeah.
and it's like really sad. But then like he meets that young boy, doesn't he? And he's like at the beginning of his adventures through life,
Yeah.
which is it's quite metaphorical for life, isn't it? Really, like
yeah.
as we all get older.
Is it done?
I think that's pretty much that's as good as we'll get at the moment.
Yeah,
So it doesn't quite open up, or
And the next one, try, like say, pouring the water onto it. Might.
yeah. I mean, it might be the fact that it's a little tight, like the string on it itself. But you can kind of see like the petals that are inside it. So you might get. I mean, we've got quite a bit.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a mess.
Mm.
Just gonna have a look. I can't quite see it while it's in the water.
True, there's a little.
Yeah, it just seems to be
difficult
stuck a
though.
bit.
Should we have a go, or
We'll have a taste. We can always,
Well, it
if we
could.
try another one and see how it turns out, and maybe
Mm.
add a picture or something.
Aye. Well, I'm not sure how. It does look a little weak flavoured, like in terms of.
yeah, I'd probably put another one in there.
That's what I was thinking.
But we may as well have a go, have a try at least.
Yeah, just like a little bit, so it's like more concentrated. I think.
Yeah.
It's I don't think I can talk about really sad animations for a while, but I have seen quite a few. Like there's a British cartoon, I believe it is. It's called When the Wind Blows, and that one's also very. If you want to make yourself sad, that one also will make you sad too.
Ooh, that smells like.
Take up much of
Ooh.
a smell.
Really, I can
I don't
smell
know. I
it.
smell a lot.
I think I just smelt and tasted like that much now. It's all just
Yeah. Well, this is why. Like, I've also got a glass here as well, like just water, just for like get some of that flavour out, because
You're being a proper professional.
yeah, I'm
Clean
trying my best.
to clean your palate. So they don't quite work with my nose though, does it?
Yeah, true. Maybe you need to get cotton bud up there, like clean out those sinuses.
It smells kind of.
I feel like it smells kind of like tangy.
I don't know. I hate to say this, but it kind of smells like warm, rubbery kind of smell to it. I'm not sure if that's like.
I don't know. Screw it.
Yeah.
Time to taste it.
It says 180 degrees, so maybe the water just needed to be that little bit more
Hotter. Yeah, could
like,
be.
hotter. It's 5 minutes. It should have, done quite a while ago.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
why I think boil the kettle and pour it straight onto it.
I mean, either way, it's quite subtle. It's very
Yeah.
soft texture.
Yeah, it's just very bland and. But I think less water, or maybe for that much water, you need probably 2
Yeah,
or 3.
I think we probably with our brewing instructions here. I think that we I don't think we follow them correct.
It doesn't say how much. It just says one piece. It's 180 degrees.
I'll give you some thingy. No one, unless you're a true expert, are going to get the thermometer or whatever out and stick it into the water and say, "Ha, that's 180. Let's go with this," and then pop it in.
I thought you were the professional.
I like my teas, but when I want a tea, I want the tea. Like, I'm willing to wait up to 10 minutes for my tea because I know it's coming.
Yeah.
But to keep it at a constant temperature, you might need to introduce a different technique, or be a little bit more finicky about temperature, or.
Well, that's why they present the guidelines and the packaging for people that want to get that perfect, brew it perfectly.
Slightly different, but like with coffee, if I use my mocha pot, I know it's going to take a bit longer to make. So when I'm being a bit lazy and don't want to wait for it, I'll just put it in the cafetiere because it's easy. You can just
I think there's a wider range of techniques that you can use for coffee because there's not really much to brewing.
Like say, well, with the mocha pot, you've got the water underneath, coffee on top, and then the steam pushes it through.
Tea drinkers.
So therefore,
immediately clicking off.
No, therefore, if you was to put loose leaf tea in there, I reckon it'd work exactly the same.
There's only one way to find out, and that is try it yourself.
Exactly.
And that's what we're doing here. We're trying it ourselves.
And there's no better way to try something than with other people.
Definitely.
Especially when it comes to teas and coffees and stuff like that. I mean, you've really pushed yourself today, which we really appreciate because
someone that doesn't drink hot drink.
Yeah, he's really gone.
Yeah, no tea, no coffee, no hot chocolate.
Yeah. I don't know. Just hate drinking hot drinks. Probably another reason why I've got the cold water on the side.
And you've been quite good with it. I know you're very willing to try new flavours and tastes and stuff like that. But earlier, we had my dad came round and he said, "Oh, this one's quite nice." And it was actually I think it was the Berserk brew.
No, it
Was
was
it the
the butterbeer.
Oh, that was it. He said, "Oh, a tot of whiskey good in this." I do not. Well, yeah, I don't, condone drinking at all, especially if you're underage. But if you're over the age, and there you go. I'm not saying anything more than that.
And if you want to make your butterbeer more buttery beer.
So, what do we think of this then? I mean, I may have failed a little bit on the side of it opening up.
It might be a bit too tight for the water ain't hot enough or something, but this for tea goes, it was nice and,
relaxing tea.
Yeah, relaxing tea. It was, you got flavour, it's subtle. It ain't bitter, it ain't too sweet. But, like I say, I think it just needs a bit less water or another one in at that size. I think it was just a bit weak.
Yeah.
But I think that's down to, our failure rather than the tea itself. But it's still nice. You got flavour. You got flavour there. It's nice and subtle.
I think we have a larger selection to try from the Dragon's Treasure, haven't we?
Yes.
So we probably leave that for now. Our lovely anime and tea chat. So
We'll do the rest in another video.
yeah, you'll probably see it in another video. So if you want to see any more, or listen to us, especially me, blathering on about anime and games and strange drawings and whatnot, let me know. Message below, and probably hear from us soon.
Hey, you forgot the Buzzy Bugs too.
And the Buzzy Bugs. Yes, I have Beanie the Bearded Dragon. I do videos about insects, keeping live food for them. I also do little unboxing videos.
Unboxing videos for tarantulas.
And tarantulas too, I forgot about that. So anyway, if you've liked this video, please leave us a like and subscribe. And thanks again. And before we go, to mention, we're not sponsored by the Dragon's Treasure. We just thought we'd have a try there. So thank you, Dragon's Treasure, for all the loveliness. So
first on toilet.
yes, indeed. Well, I have a line for the toilet now. So goodbye.